Hello and welcome back to episode 73 of Take to the Skies St Albans, and we're back in League One. Let's have a look at what we've done to strengthen the team and how we start the season. We're playing Notts County. As usual, we're going to go through all our outs first. So we first of all sold Vontae Daly-Campbell to Wickham for 69,000. We bought him in just last season on a free transfer, but then switched to a formation where we didn't play with a right back. It's a little bit harsh on him, but he's gone now. Then we also sold Dan Cotterville, obviously been here for a few years. Sold him for £10,000 to Aldershot. It was more just he preferred attacking midfield, which I don't use anymore, and we've just got better right wing options. So I thought we'd try and let him go. And he was picked up by a team there in League Two, so decent signing for them, I hope. We then sold Leo Watson also to Aldershot, and similar thing, came in on a free, and then we switched to a free at the back, so he kind of just lost his place as a result of that. And then moving forward, we've also got rid of Fabio Lopez, who surprisingly we actually got 16.25 thousand for. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but I was surprised we managed to sell him for that much, considering how little he's played in the last 2 years in particular. He had a decent run with us though, for 5 seasons. Joined us while we were in the National League, contributed quite a bit during the promotion season, but then he's dropped out since we've been in League Two, really. Gone abroad to Portugal, so obviously back to his homeland. Then we got rid of Rames Hefzela. He's gone to Hereford, only 1.1 thousand. He never really developed like I hoped he would. He was decent, but at this stage, I don't think he was ever really going to be a League Two player. Definitely wasn't going to be a League One player. So off he went. And then we've sent Dan Morgan, Kineen, Buzzens and Atkins out on loans. And also if we look at release players, there's a whole bunch of them being released. Milovanovic, Woods, Diallo, McKeever, Stuart Hugh, who at one point looked like he was going to be one of our best youth intake players. But then the rest of kind of just youth players that were never really going to be anything. And then you get to the interesting part, the incoming players. So we start with Sean Clark, who's coming from West Ham. A player for the future. I don't know how he's going to develop, if it's going to be enough. At the moment, potential to be a League Two central midfielder, so probably won't end up playing many games for us, but we might make a bit of money on him, and we'll give him a chance to see if he can develop. Damian Guerrera, an Argentinian coming in from Arsenal on a free transfer. He's a centre-back. Ignore what this says. I don't know why it defaults to the right back when it's not his natural position. Again, more one for the future. Whether he's going to develop enough for us is questionable. But it's more just to have that bit of extra strength and depth if we ever need it. And also to make just a bit of money on these players. Then we have Chris Murray, another centre-back, this one from Manchester City. Potential to be a League Two central defender again. But he does look a bit better than... I've already forgot the other guy's name, Guerrera. Yeah, he's got good heading, marking and tackling already. Hopefully he can develop them further. He might be a player that plays in a few cup games for us. Next up we have Dylan Jones, a striker from Manchester City again. Potential to be a League One striker. I think he's going to be a guy that we have on the bench. 15 finishing, 15 first touch. He looks like somebody who could bring on. He might be able to grab us a few goals. In fact, we're going to promote him into the first team now. I think he can really have an impact coming off the bench in particular. And if he impresses, then maybe he'll start a few games. We've got 3 striker slots at the end of the day, so plenty of chance for him. Then we have Sebastian Akinola coming in from Manchester United. Potential to be a League One right winger. We're training him to play, of course, midfield right. He's got really good dribbling, and we need to get his crossing improved, and his passing. If we can get those improved, then I think we've got a really good player on our hands there. League One, I am expecting to take us a few years to get through, similar to League Two, to be fair. But hopefully, with players like these, we'll be able to make a bit of money on them if they don't develop into anything. Then we have Carl Hill. He's coming from Leeds. Can play left wing or striker. We're really signing him as a backup striker for us. More to play in the pressing forward role rather than the advanced forward, as you can tell from his 8 finishing. But good passing, good first touch, so maybe he can be a little bit like Nasingi was for us in the first half of last season, getting lots of assists. Paul Gowdy, a new goalkeeper. He's been with Crusaders over in Northern Ireland. Potential to be a good player for most League 2 sides. Potential to be an EFL 1 League 1 goalkeeper. He's better than Kennedy. And that's our main thing at the moment. Other than eccentricity, they're very similar. A slight edge actually to Kennedy based on these stats. But we'll see. We'll give them both chances and see how it develops. Then we have our record signing, Jack Barrow, a right midfielder coming in from Doncaster for 94,000. Massive loss for them. They've just been relegated into League One, actually. I think he'll be massive for us on that right-hand side. Akinola and Harding probably going to be dropping out of the first team to Barrow. Harding I'm trying to secure a loan for because obviously he's still got lots of potential as Harding, but needs to develop a bit more. So hopefully that'll happen this season. But Barrow looks like he could be a star player for us this year. We have confirmed Ivan Wilde on a free transfer as one of our strikers. He's going to be slotted into the pressing forward role more often than not. Got us 5 goals last season in 15 games and 3 assists. It's not great, but he did a job, and I'm not expecting him to be starting, I don't think, but going to do all right for us, I hope. Then we've got Tommy York. Of course, when he came up on a free transfer from West Ham, I was going to take him. He has been a rock for us for so many years now. You can see that this was the one year he didn't play as much in. I think we couldn't get him on loan until January, which was why. But since then, he's played 39 and 240 game seasons for us. He has been a rock for us, and I hope that continues going forward. Next up, we have another player whose contract expired at a Premier League club in Roland Vukaj. He was not wanting to come to us at first, but we've managed to talk him into it. Obviously, was with us last year on loan from parent club West Ham. 34 appearances, 6 goals, 4 assists. He did well out on the left wing. I hope he can continue that. I think he's probably the best left wing option we could find. Be interesting to see if he can keep that up. Then we have Bobby Bradford from Peterborough. £40,000 paid for him, but he's already our best centre back, so he's going to be slotting in with Tommy York at the back, and probably Phillips, as you can see here, our third best centre back in theory. But we'll review it as the season goes on. But he looks like he could be a very good player for us. As you can see, can in theory play a few positions, but realistically, he's going to be a centre-back for us. Great jumping reach, 6'5". He's going to be a danger from corners as well. Then we have Shaquille Mcandrew. He was brought in mainly for, he's quite a well-rounded striker. On a free transfer again from Crawley. He's never really done a lot for them. He's got 11 goals in that season and that season. But last season, only playing 2 games. I'm more looking at him as, again, a rotation option. Somebody we can bring off the bench to make an impact. Somebody who can come in if one of our strikers is out of form. He does look like he's got, as I say, quite well-rounded. So hopefully he'll fit in nicely. Then we have Wesley Watson coming back to us on loan from West Ham again. We had him last season. He didn't play very much. A player who's got lots of potential, and hopefully he'll, although he's got no intention of joining us permanently, hopefully he will be committed to us this year. He does look very good. He only played once last year, but I think he might play a bit more this year. Then we have the big one. Anthony Devani returns. We are paying for him this time. Wages in full. And also a bit of a monthly fee. But when you look at the impact he had for us previously, and the fact that they're allowing him to go on loan, I think it was a no-brainer. I think he'll come back in, get into that central striker slot, and he'll hopefully tear League One up like he did League Two. Next up, we have Jamie Byrne coming in on a free 135,000 from Coventry. This was done by my director of football, left winger. He's got quite a bit of potential. It's more, I kind of went through it because we didn't have anyone else other than Vukaj. So it's nice to have that extra option there for us on the left-hand side. Hopefully he can develop a bit further and become a real threat on that side. Then we have two final signings in Euron Sharp. Coming in as a poacher, he can, be that man that rotates with Bennett. Looks very good. Decent League One player already, potential to be a leading League One striker. And I think he'll fit in very nicely here. We create chances, and I think we can improve the goal rates from those seasons there. And then finally, we brought in Sam Perry, a midfielder, can play in the Mazzala role if we need him to. It's not his preferred role. He does prefer a Carolero. There's not much between them. I think we'll be able to rotate him with Pring a bit in that midfield. I don't know why it's suggesting he plays at right back. We're not going to use him at right back. We're going to use him in centre mid. So hopefully he'll, be able to come in as a rotation option, as I say, and make an impact. What I haven't had a look at yet this season is the season preview. So we're predicted 21st, which would just about put us in a relegation slot. Hopefully that's not the case. Peterborough, Doncaster and Exeter are the teams that got relegated. Joe Hugill there at Charlton. Interesting. 150 to 1. But you can see, realistically, they're saying any of these 6 teams could be the relegation teams. Probably include Crewe in that as well. I think we've got enough about us to push ourselves a little bit higher up. I'm aiming for, somewhere around 17th. I'm looking at Southend and thinking we can finish above those guys. Hopefully Notts County will finish above. They came up with us, but we were the champions, so you would hope we have enough about us to finish above them. And that's who we start our season against, the team that came up with us. It's not been a great pre-season, although 4-4 against West Ham. We've played a lot of tough teams in our pre-season, though. I think Luton and Maidstone we should be beating, but I'm looking past it. We had O'Rourke on the pitch, and quite a few players there aren't going to be starting for us week in, week out. So I'm hoping against Notts County starting the season we'll be able to sort that out and get a win under our belts to start the season. When you're playing a team that's come up with you, I know we've struggled against them last season, but the year before that we had their number. I mean, going back to when we were in the National League, we had their number. So I think last year, probably a blip. We'll be all right this year. And I think we can get a result against them. Let's get into the first season in League One, the 29-30 season. Let's start with a banger. And the lineup for the game against Notts County, we've got Gowdy in goal. A back three of Bradford, Phillips and York. Barrow, Watson, Pring and Byrne are the midfield four, with Mwanga, Devani and Bennett as our front three. So we are going to try persisting with the 3-4-3 in League One. I am wary of it in the circumstances. Notts County might not be the best team for us to test this against in terms of long term, because they're a team that have come up with us. But hopefully it will shine once again this season. We've got a throw in early on the right hand side. Watson goes inside to Barrow. He goes back to Watson, who plays it forward to Bennett. It's come down to Pring, lays it off to Byrne, and we've started fantastically with a goal just 3 minutes into our League One season. We'll say that. It's not the word I was going for, but Barrow to Watson, the ball forward. Bennett heads it down. Pring just knocks it on one more, and Byrne into the bottom corner. Great finish. Free kick for Notts County. Bradford heads it away, and Watson's going to go and collect that. What can he do with it from here? Goes back to Bradford, who then goes long to Mwanga, who's got space to attack. He's got men with him in the box. He's gone down, it's a penalty. And we are going to put Edward Bennett on the penalty. No, we'll put Devani on the penalty. Because we all know about Devani. I was told by Ash Man that I've been saying his name wrong, but I'm going to persist with it. Because he's put us 2-0 up. He wants his name to be Devani. And there we go. 2-0. Fantastic start in League One here. And a well-taken penalty. Goal kick for Notts County here. 18 minutes gone at this stage. Phillips heads down to York and he plays it back to Gowdy. What's he going to do with it? Plays it back out to York, who then goes to the left-hand side to Byrne. He plays it forward to Bennett. Back to Byrne, and then he's going to bring it inside. Plays it to Mwanga. Devani through to Mwanga. It's 3-0. And Mwanga gets his first goal of the season. What a start we've had here. Less than 20 minutes into our League One expedition, and we are 3-0 up. Admittedly against one of the teams that came up with us, but they're predicted to be better than us. We're showing them up. I haven't even had a chance to start commentating on that. It all happened so quick. The free kick comes in, Goodall with the header. Gowdy, I don't know what's happened there. Really poor goalkeeping. Barrow has picked up an injury, lower leg injury, so we're going to be massively hoping that's not serious. Harding's going to come on in his place. I'm hoping it's just like a, twisted ankle or something like that he can't play on with. Really hoping it's not any worse than that. Thrown for Notts County on the right-hand side. Byrne has managed to win it back, but then gives it away. McArdle is trying to get down the right-hand side again. Porter goes for a cross from deep. Phillips heads away. Devani breaks it to Bennett. And we've got a big chance for a goal here. They've got men back, though. Watson on the edge of the area shoots, and it just goes over the bar. And we've got another injury here as Pringer's gone down. Now, we're going to send Torre on in midfield. Watson's going to have to become the Mazzala. Torre's going to go and be the ball-winning midfielder. Are Notts County just kicking the life out of us? We've reached half-time. We've already made 2 subs due to injury, but we are leading 3-1. We're going to tell them not to get complacent. Hopefully in the second half, we'll keep it up because we've been very good in that first half. Highlight straight from the kickoff. Torre back to Phillips. And then York and Phillips end up going back to Gowdy. And he plays it to Bradford, who then goes out to Harding on the right-hand side. He goes back to Bradford, inside to Phillips, and out to Byrne on the left. What can he do with it? He's going to have a little run and then goes inside. Torre just about gets to it. Watson goes out to Harding, plays it to Mwanga. It's 4-1. And Harding coming off the bench for the injury, but nevertheless supplies a goal. Watson just plays it to Harding. He's got all the space in the world. Mwanga with even more space and a brilliant finish to put us 4-1 up straight after half-time. Free kick for Notts County. Hulme sends it in from deep. York heads away and it's fantastically volleyed, but wide of the post. Straight away, though, we go to the goal kick that Bradford receives and plays forward to Torre. Back to Bradford. He goes long, but it's intercepted by Sefton Cliff. Ramsey goes out to the left. Byrne has intercepted it. Bennett nearly gets it past the defender, but McArdle's now on the ball. Gets away from Torre, shoots from range, but it's well wide and never troubled the goalkeeper. We have another highlight straight away with a goal kick again. Bradford playing it out to Harding. I have checked, we are on key highlights. Bradford plays a long ball over the top. Devani's brought it down, and Devani hits it a bit too easy for the keeper there. It's a good save, but probably should be burying it. The corner, though, Torre sends in. Bennett's at the far post, and McArdle heads it away. Hulme with a free kick from the left. Bradford heads it away this time. Windsor collects it, and he's being well pressured, but it goes back to Bernard. Hulme to Rosslang. Ramsey back to Hulme. Ball over the top to Porter on the right. And the missed side tackle there. McArdle drills it into the box, and Hulme and Hay puts it into the bottom left corner. And I think that might have been Byrne that missed this tackle. It is, and that's very costly because then the ball comes inside, and unlucky for Gowdy there. Corner for St Albans now. Torre goes towards the far post. It's headed away by Porter though. Phillips collects it, and he goes back to York. Inside to Phillips and back to York again. Back to Phillips. We're getting quite a high press from Notts County here. But Gowdy plays it to Bradford, who's got a lot of space there. Harding back to Bradford. Ball over the top is intercepted by Mayo. Hay plays it to Ramsey. McArdle plays it through for Windsor. And Windsor has hit the post, and we have got away with that there. Throwing on the right. Byrne throws it straight to Mayo, who heads away to Windsor. He goes long, but Phillips easily collects it. Bradford goes for the long ball, but Bernard heads away. Harding collects it though. Cross goes in, Mayo heads away, and it's found Windsor, who's trying to create a counter-attack. Bradford does really well to read that. Devani heads the clearance down to Mwanga, who goes past his man. Mwanga shoots from range, but it's tipped over by the keeper. Out for a corner, which Torre is going to send into the box. And it's headed away by Bernard. Going to make our final sub here. We've held off on it due to the injuries that we've had. But we are going to send Sharp on the left side of the attack for Bennett. See if he can make an impact from there. Throw in for Byrne. Goes straight to Sharp. Might be his first touches. Byrne then gets it back and gets knocked down by Borkovic. It's going to be a penalty. And Mwanga is going to step up to take it for his hat-trick. And it's 5-2. If you've come to the first game of the season, you get a 5-2 thriller. Even the Notts County fans can't be too unhappy. This game has been fantastic from start to finish, but we now lead 5-2. And it is full time in a stunning first game of the season. Hopefully Pring and Barrow aren't too badly injured. We're going to tell them it was a good win. And we're going to massively praise Mwanga, obviously getting a hat-trick for us. Harding came off the bench, did really well, and whisper it quietly. But we're top of the league. So just very quickly, Jack Barrow out with shin splints. We're going to send him to a specialist. We want him back as soon as possible, 6 to 7 weeks. And Pring is out for 3 to 4 weeks because we're not going to give him injections. So they are both going to be a miss for the next few games, but it could be a lot worse. As mentioned, we're top of the league at the moment, and that's guaranteed to last until the second game at least. I think what we'll come back for will be maybe Wimbledon and Exeter. We played Wimbledon last year, didn't we? Because they came up with us, I believe. They didn't. That's fine then. We'll come back for Wimbledon and Exeter. One of the relegated teams, of course, in Exeter. Depending on who we get in the EFL Cup, if we beat Cambridge, we'll review that and see if it's worth coming back earlier or later. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Let me know what you think of the signings that we've made this season. Subscribe if you are enjoying the series, and thank you very much for watching.